Actually, something very interesting has happened in Madagascar. They have a brand new president. This man right here is the newest president in Madagascar. He's just been instated as president. But he is a soldier. He's a colonel. How did he become president? Brother, there are so many lessons to learn about most of the things that we see. So many lessons. In fact, today, I want to talk about something very interesting. But I want us to learn from this, because there's great lessons to learn from this. Today, we're talking about Madagascar, okay? Madagascar, on a map. You see? That it is. Madagascar is a very interesting place. Actually, something very interesting has happened in Madagascar. They have a brand new president. This man right here is the newest president in Madagascar. He's just been instated as president. But he is a soldier. He's a colonel. How did he become president? They overthrew the previous president. Madagascar has generals, okay? Generals are superior to colonels. Now the question is, how did the colonel become a president whilst they are generals? Something happened there. He saw an opportunity, an opening. Brother, today we're going to learn something together. But before we dive into this, thank you very much for stopping by. You are very much appreciated. My name is Zack. It's your first time, you're welcome. This is home. This is where we speak about the motherland in all spectrums of it. And trust me, by the end of this video, you will not go back empty-handed. Please click on the button, subscribe, so we can see each other every single day. Great, let's start. Madagascar is right here. I know some of you, maybe it's your first time, you think maybe you are American or you Caribbean, you thought Madagascar was a movie. It's not a movie, it's a real place. That's on the map, is Madagascar. Let's see some very interesting things about Madagascar. Madagascar is the fourth largest island in the world. Yes, it is an island, but it is the fourth largest island in the world. After Greenland, you see Greenland on the map, New Guinea and Borneo. Okay, it's a big place. Number two, Madagascar has a very interesting culture. They have a bare knuckle fighting culture. It's like MMA, but with bare knuckles. Yes, it's traditional. So Malagasy people, that's how they're called, get trained and they learn how to fight because it's part of the tradition. It's part of manhood, okay, masculinity. You know how to defend yourself. And I firmly believe that a man should know how to defend himself, because if you know how to defend yourself, you can defend your family, your wife, your children. I mean, it's just sad that a man that's found himself unable to defend the family whilst he's in trouble. I'm sorry, I know I'm just one of those guys. I will give my life up to save my mother. I will give my life up to save my wife. Now, the thing is, you don't know if the wife will give her life up. Anyway, for my children, I'll do the same. So that's a very interesting culture in Madagascar. The third thing about Madagascar, which is very particular, not necessarily good though. In Madagascar, in some areas, they don't like twins. Okay, twin babies are not welcome, okay? It's in an area named Maranjari where they believe twins bring misfortune, okay? And it's very sad. This community don't like twins. And in the past, twins often were abandoned, sometimes killed shortly after birth. You know, you can just imagine the stress once the parent found out that they're going to have twins, you know, because of the culture. They believe it was spiritual imbalance.
De ary zareo moa zany rafozako mbany zeny valilay koa zany de nandeha tagny de nandrika nandeha tagny zany zareo de le fomba fiarabany zany a de fiarabana mirary zamadinika toa mofaty zany le tenina tany tamina.
That's very sad, and I just hope that that doesn't happen anymore right now. But something interesting happened in Madagascar, so let's dive into this. This is the brand new president of Madagascar. His name is Colonel Michael Randrianirina. Okay, you're gonna excuse me there, I know I murdered his name. He was sworn president of Madagascar just days after the military takeover of the country.
The former regime who put us in this darkness used violence against protesters. Many young protesters have been arrested because they wanted to have their voices heard. And to keep order of the nation, the military had to take responsibility for the good of the people.
What happened? Why did they take over the country? The previous president, this man right here, ran the country, and people were not happy with the way the country was run. So Gen Z, the young people, came down the street very angry because there was no electricity for everybody, not enough electricity, a lot of load shedding. So sometimes you get electricity for 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. It's not a good thing. You can still find those things in many African countries, unfortunately. So they were not happy about that. Number two, water shortage. There was not enough water for everybody. Why? Because of corruption. There's a company that runs the waters and the electricity. Now, this specific company does corruption. How does it do corruption? They prioritize the rich people, the politicians. So the politicians and the rich people get electricity and water and service, whilst the rest of the population is in the darkness and dryness. Now, the people went to the street very angry, saying that the president is not doing anything. He's been in power for long enough, but they're not seeing any change. Now, something interesting happened. When they went to the street for a long time, these are students and young people, somebody in government gave an order for the army to go and shoot them down. These things happened a lot when they ask soldiers to go and shoot civilians in many African countries, unfortunately, and the soldiers will do it. It happened in Kenya, okay? Yes, Gen Z went to the street asking for the right, and they shot some of them. So what they do is they will shoot 2 or 3 people and hoping to scare everybody else so mayhem stops. Sometimes mayhem is necessary for change. Now, in Madagascar, when they ask the soldiers to shoot the people, the soldiers refuse to shoot the people. And when it was that way, the military force joined the people, for that fight, looking to change regimes. Okay, so the lessons we're going to learn here are very interesting, fellas. Okay, number 1, this man is a colonel, Mr. Michael Ranina. Sorry, I murdered his name again. He's a colonel. He became president, even though above him are several generals. What does that mean, fellas? It means one thing. In life, you must never wait for somebody to give you authorization if you want to do something. If you want to be great, my brother, please listen to me. If you want to do great things in life, don't wait for people to tell you you can do it now or you are authorized now. The bottom line is this one. Sometimes in life, we are criticized by people, okay, for some actions that we do. People criticize us. They talk negatively about us. But we still want to fix that, hoping that maybe I'm doing things wrong. If I do things right, they will push me forward. If I do things right, they will support me. Let me tell you something. If somebody criticizes you on the negative things, in most cases, they will criticize you even in good things. If somebody criticizes you with bad intention in negative things, 99% of the people that criticize you trying to bring you down because you did something wrong will always also criticize you even when you do good things. In matter of fact is what? When you're trying to do good things in life, okay? You're building for the community, you're creating hospitals, private, cheap price for the people that have no money. You're serving food to the poor generations of people. They're going to stay quiet. They won't clap their hand for you. They'll wait for you to fall into another difficult situation, such as scandal, okay? Even rumors saying that, he stole money. Then they're going to come out and say, yes, you see, I told you about that man. You were clapping for him saying he's distributing food for free to the orphans. I told you were clapping for this man who was giving money and built hospitals for the poor people. Because I saw him. I saw him in the beginning. Do you think when I criticized him first, I was stupid? No. That's how it is. So do not wait for somebody to give you an opportunity to move forward. There is a president in the Democratic Republic of Congo, Kabila, okay? He became president, I believe, in 28 years old. How? Because his father was the president. He was shot. After his father was shot, he was presented with the door, an opportunity to become president. He had no fear. He waited for nobody to say, you can be president. He stepped forward. He said, I'm going to be president. Was he a great president? Well, not necessarily. A lot of people don't think he was a good president at all. But will he forever be remembered as a president because he made that choice at 28, I believe, to be a president whilst there were people that were his mentors were present. People with more knowledge were present. Forever, people will remember him as a president of a country. Do not wait for somebody to give you an opportunity. So this is one of the lessons we learn here from Colonel Michael Randranirajina. Sorry, I murdered his name again. Number 2, which I think is a great lesson we need to learn about. Now, he saw this opportunity from what? From the student. Okay, so the student first went to the street. Okay, they went to the street fighting for the right. They went to the streets claiming government was not servicing them appropriately. So he used the students' fight to win. He used other people's work because had he come out himself as a challenger, it would be shut down. He used other people's fight, other people's tools, other people's resources to establish himself. My brother, you know how to do that. Don't sit backwards hoping that life is going to be given. Listen, the world to the nicest people, it's never nice. If you're going to be a nice guy, you're going to lose. Nice guys always lose. You're going to have an okay life with good morality and stuff. And I'm not saying you must breach your morals. I'm saying to you, sometimes you must use other people's work for you to shine. That's how life is. You're not going to change it. Now, there's another thing that's very interesting that you need to learn as well. This man was jailed in the past. He was in jail. This man, the president, was in jail before. Why was he in jail? He was in maximum security prison without a trial in November 2023 because he was accused of inciting mutiny and planning a coup. Okay, so his intentions are not brand new. So it's not necessarily because the Gen Zs went to the street that he seized the opportunity to become president, because he already had these ideas in the past. Now, what lesson do you learn here? As a president, the former president, the lesson is this one: an enemy today is an enemy forever in most cases. Be very careful. If somebody is your enemy today, he's most likely going to be an enemy again. He's going to come looking for peace. And if you lower your guard, my brother, I'm telling you, you're going to be surprised. Look, geopolitics will teach you many lessons about life. If you open your eyes and your ears, if you choose to be open-minded, you'll see it. This man was jailed in the past in 2023. Why? Because he was trying to do a coup. Why was he released? Why would you as a president release him? Okay, now he sees another opportunity. He chose this best opportunity to sit in power. Number 3, he was a vocal critic of Rajoelina. Okay, Rajoelina is this president, the previous president. This man, the current president, was a critic of Rajoelina back in time. So again, like I said, if you know somebody that clearly has intentions to sit at your seat, why do you give him an opportunity? Why do you let him breathe? I'm just saying. Nothing against the current president. I want to go visit Madagascar. I don't want to be stopped at the immigration and say, you spoke about the president. I'm just telling you the truth. These are lessons of life. There's nothing new on earth, my brother. There's nothing. Number 1, seize an opportunity. When it opens for you, enter. When the door is open, don't wait for the next person to give you an authorization. Don't wait for people to agree with you before you do what you have to do. I don't know what this means for you. It could be business, could be a project or construction or anything. Don't wait. A travel plan. Don't wait for people to agree with you. Don't wait for consent. It will never come. Number 2, don't wait for appreciation from people. Okay? People who criticize you today, they will criticize you forever. Doesn't matter what you do. Okay? Number 3, watch your enemies. Enemy once, enemy forever. They will wait for the right opportunity to slash your throat. Be careful. Let me know how you feel about this. I think it's very interesting. He's been instated as a president. The country has been kicked out of the African Union. They are suspended. But that is irrelevant right now because the guy is going to be president. And even when time goes, even if there's another president, he will forever be remembered as a president. And number 2, he will forever benefit from the good things that former presidents get in Madagascar. The final question is this one. Is this man going to bring the change that Madagascar needs? Is he going to finally bring the things that they were claiming the previous president was not doing? That is another story. Because in the past, we've seen people fight president because they were not doing their jobs, enter power and not deliver. But the bottom line is history will remain. He waited for nobody to allow him. Even though there were generals right there that could tell him stop, he did not wait for them. He instated himself as a president. He is now president and everybody must bow to him. Let's learn the lesson. God bless.